Hi guys, how's everyone doing? I hope you're all well. And in this video, I want to talk about knowing your worth, knowing what you desire, and valuing yourself. So as a confidence and self-worth coach and also as a counsellor, I work with many clients over the years that have struggled with low self-esteem, that have struggled with a lack of confidence, that have struggled with stress, depression and other issues. Now, some of those issues have been as a result from their past. Some of those issues have arisen through the relationships they've been in, and some of those issues have arisen because of one-off experiences. Could be that they've been bullied at work, could be that they've struggled with some sort of illness. There's lots of reasons why people sometimes don't value themselves or know their worth, and what it can mean is that you can end up accepting poor treatment from others. You can end up feeling that you don't have any value, so you can do things that diminish who you are or that erode your value. So I want to say that to know your worth and to value yourself means that you don't accept anything but the best for yourself. So when you're making any decision or when you're engaging in any type of behaviour, it's always something that you will know will be of benefit to you. Now, it doesn't mean then that you have to be a selfish person. It doesn't mean that you say, I'm not going to compromise. That's completely different. But what you don't do is put yourself in situations where someone is able to diminish your worth, especially if you're feeling like you don't have a lot of self-worth to start with. So why do many people have a lack of belief and confidence in themselves and find themselves in situations where they end up being mistreated? So having self-confidence and positive self-belief and valuing yourself is something that you're either able to maintain because you've always had that strong sense of who you are, or it's something that you have to work on. So for many people who don't have a strong sense of self-worth or value, the reason why they then put themselves in situations where they're mistreated or where their value isn't recognised or isn't realised is because they've never believed that it's possible for them to be the type of person that they can be. They've never had those positive messages. They've never done the personal development work. They've never had the support from others to say, you know, you are this wonderful person. And it doesn't just happen overnight. You're not just going to wake up all of a sudden and know your value. So the reasons that many people find themselves in situations where they are mistreated or where they don't believe in themselves or where they don't have self-belief is because they haven't done the work and they haven't maintained that stance, because that's all it really means. The only way you're going to become a confident person is if you work on your confidence work on your confidence constantly, and also where you believe it. You know, it's no point all this fake it till you make it stuff. It goes a certain way, but you have to believe deep down that you are beautiful. You have to believe deep down you're intelligent. You have to believe that you have power. You have to believe that you are confident. You have to believe that your value is as valuable as anyone else. And it takes time for you to do that. So why is it important to know your worth and your value? So that you have standards and expectations and you won't tolerate being treated badly. If you are quite strong in terms of your worth and your value, then you will not accept bad treatment. You won't tolerate it. And that's kind of where I'm at as a person. If I know that someone doesn't deserve to be in a relationship with me, or if I know that someone is treating me in a way that I do not want to be treated, I'm going to tell them straight away, or I'm going to walk away from that relationship. There's no negotiation. There's no deal on it. There's no let me wait and see if they're going to treat me any better. Let me just go with it. It's no big deal. No. And you have to sort of have that standard. And what that means is you're setting yourself to say that I know my worth and my value. No one is going to speak to me in a disrespectful way. No one is going to physically harm me in any way. Nobody is going to belittle me or make me feel like, you know, I'm worthless. It's as simple as that. And the thing is, although, like when you say it out loud, majority of people know that that's not acceptable. Yet there are so many people who will tolerate that, and it does come from just having a lack of belief within yourself, but also a lack of confidence to say to someone, you will not speak to me like that, or this isn't acceptable. There's a fear there, there's a barrier of if I say this, then I'm going to lose this person, or this person is not going to like me anymore. And that is more powerful than, you know, being able to voice that. The other reason is because knowing your worth and valuing yourself gives you personal empowerment. It means you walk around and it doesn't matter what's thrown at you. It doesn't matter what happens. You have empowerment from within. So if you're someone who embodies the whole personal empowerment, self-empowerment, some people call it, it means that anything you do, you feel powerful in that situation. There are lots of people walking around telling you that you lack power. So they're going to say, because of who you are, because of you come from a certain type of community, because you have like not enough money, because you are not educated, or whatever reason, there's always someone out there telling you that that means you have no power. Yet they'll say, right, well, this celebrity has power. There was a discussion on Facebook recently where someone said Anna Winterborn, who's the editor of Vogue, she was voted like the most powerful woman in the world. And I was debating that, because I was saying that, yes, she has power in terms of influence. She has power in terms of that field of fashion. She's a top magazine obviously it's a big magazine, it reaches lots of people. But does that make her more powerful than, say, Oprah Winfrey or someone else? And we have to look at the word power as well and say, well, you know, personal empowerment is the most important thing, because if you can, everyone else can be telling you you're powerful, but if you don't feel powerful, if you feel powerless, then that's an issue. So start to empower yourself, and that's about knowing your worth and your value. Number 3 is it gives you confidence in any situation. And number 4, it's like you're translating to the world that you value yourself through your actions. If you're confident, and if you know that you're not going to put up with, you know, people treating you disrespectfully, what you're saying to the world is, this is who I am. You are not going to speak to me like that. You're not going to use racial slurs towards me. You're not going to be sexist towards me. You're not going to physically touch me when, you know, that's not acceptable. You're almost saying, you're saying it to yourself because you know that, no, this isn't going to happen, but you're telling it to the world, and people respect that because they think, oh, this is a woman or a man who knows the line. This is a person with boundaries. Everyone respects people who've got boundaries because it shows them that, you know, it's important. This is where the line is with that person. I can't get, you know, I can't push further than that line. So how can you start the process? If you're in a situation where you're thinking, I'd love to be more, you know, I'd love my self-esteem to be higher, I'd love to work on my personal development, what do I do? Number 1 is just do personal development stuff. I can't count how many videos, how many books, how many, I suppose I've always been a little bit confident. I'm not going to ever be a person who lacks confidence, but to increase my confidence, especially when it's about when at work, going to certain meetings, having to go to certain places in the country that I've never travelled to before. You can get that feeling of, oh, what's this going to be like? It's new. I continuously work on my personal development. Every single day I'll watch motivational stuff. I'll read motivational things. I'll do affirmations. There's loads of things I do to keep myself feeling confident. I don't watch the news. I don't listen to certain podcasts or certain things which are derogatory towards, whether it's black women, whether it's women, because you don't have to ingest all that stuff. You don't have to absorb it. And when you absorb it, and there's lots of people out there that will watch certain programs, listen to certain things, and you think that it doesn't affect you, but it does. If you keep watching the same things that are saying all negative stuff, it's like, I've said this before, another example, the whole issue of stabbings in London. So for every black boy in London, if they're continuously being told that they're all either at risk of being stabbed, or they're the ones doing the stabbings, or they're all in gangs, every single black boy in London then is going to either be taking that on board, thinking everyone sees me as a gang member or sees me as dangerous, or they're going to have to, they're almost like having to watch it and see it all the time. And that's not the actual truth. It's not every single person. So you have to, as a person, say that I'm going to develop my own self-worth through watching videos, reading, and just ingesting positive stuff. The second thing you can do is to hire a coach. Obviously, I'm a coach and I work with people around confidence and self-esteem, but you can hire a coach that will help you and guide you through that process, get you the results that you need, and start you on that journey, really, of becoming more confident and having better self-esteem. And the third thing is you can leave the past behind. Focusing on what happened yesterday, last week, last month, last year, focusing on the previous relationship you had, the time where you were belittled, the time in your childhood where this has happened to you or that has happened to you. It's not easy to just say, right, I'm going to leave it behind and forget about it, but you can either choose to do the work on that part of your life, but you're never going to be able to go back there and rewind it. So each day that you spend focusing on the past is a day wasted, because you can't get it back, you can't do anything about it. So it's not impacting on your positive self-esteem to keep dwelling on something that's happened in the past. It's only good to dwell on, the only reason to dwell on the past is so that you can learn, and if there's something in the past that is positive, there's absolutely no reason at all to be thinking about anything negative that has happened last week, last month, last year, because you can't change it. And also it's not helping you to move forward if you're just thinking about those negative things. So there's some little tips for you there. I hope you found this video useful. Anyone watching, please feel free to leave comments. I'll respond to all comments below. And please feel free to like, to share, and to subscribe to my channel if you find these videos useful. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day. Bye.